Dearly redheaded, we are choosing consciousness today to get through this thing called grief. Interesting word, grief. It means love, which makes for a mighty good joke. But I'm here to tell you, there's nothing else. Just joy. And if the big picture tends to bring you down, go crazy once your life goes. Woo!
We took a short break, and true to Shell's nature, she just said something beautiful about the busy nature of women, and how we've sort of adopted the male construct of production and achievement. And you went with...
Oh, so, we're constantly celebrating being so busy that we're even putting it into our children to constantly run from one event to the other, that we're losing sight of one, the connection, but also just the peace of solitude, the taking in all that is around us. The amount of times that I have just in conversation have asked somebody, hey, did you happen to see the moon last night? Did you see that gorgeous sunset? Or the clouds were incredible. And their response is, I didn't even look up. I don't know. I haven't looked at the moon. I haven't looked at anything. And that's, to me, that is a big problem. That is like the part of the bigger picture problem, is that we're losing connection, losing sight, losing just the essence of our mother, the universe. And for me personally, I am a nature person. That's what recharges me. I spend as much time as possible in nature. Even in my busyness, I have to make it a point to be outside. I garden a lot, and I get a lot of compliments all the time on the gardens. One of my favorite things to do is weekly, I cut a bunch of flowers and I put bouquets of flowers for free out on the side of the road, because
what's your
in
address?
my mind, it's, what's that?
What's your address?
Nice. We'll do that later. But to me, it's not just to, display flowers. That's not my intention. My intention is, one, people don't spend time in nature enough. They're not brought back to anything of nature. Yeah. That's not what our world produces. How many people just spend from sunrise to sunset in an office?
Yep.
The smell of it invigorates our brain. And so I always get compliments. Oh my God, your garden is so beautiful. You did such great work. And my response is, I just provide the space for it. I don't do this. This has nothing to do with me. This is our mother.
I love you.
This is just me providing space to allow what can happen. And that's it. And so my way is, I want to share that. So come get a bouquet of flowers. Why don't you put up a box and let people pay for it? No, because one, in our times, who can afford to buy flowers? I know there was many times I couldn't afford to buy a bouquet of flowers, even if it was $5 or $10. And that's defeating the point. Why am I monetizing on what I didn't create?
I love flowers because they regenerate.
Yeah, and it provide, I provide things that people can take from and grow themselves. And I just start your own. Bring it into your life in one way or another, because not having it is killing us as humans. I mean, we came from it.
I like to surround myself by nature and live in solitude because I'm such a introvert, but I need it around me and access to it. Does that make sense?
Me too. When I'm not having to be somewhere on a schedule, I am in the woods, and mostly just with one or both of my dogs. I'm mostly by myself, and it is the greatest part of my day. It allows me to recharge, not only mentally, but physically. Even though I'm hiking and it might be extreme at times, it's never exhausting, because the energy where I hike, it's my sanctuary. And I call it magical because I can physically feel the energy exchange between me and the forest. I go in and I come out as a different person.
That's beautiful.
Whatever I leave there gets absorbed, and it never dampens the area. It's so giving. It takes the bad and fills me up.
I have.
Go
ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. So in this space, there's a giant boulder that I call my energy rock. And even if I don't have time to sit on it, whenever I pass it, I touch it, because I know that this boulder in particular, I don't know what it is, but it is special. It has seen some shit, and it is my energy transfer.
Your anima is showing.
So continue. You can continue what you were saying.
No, I had it, and in the spirit of what this is going to sound like, I had a relationship with the owls where I used to live, and unbelievable. Those things would call me. I'd be inside, and they'd call, and I'll cry, so I don't want to discuss it. It was unbelievable. One of the funniest memories I have about the owls is one had come to say hello, and the dogs were out, and my dog barked, and the owl shuddered. And I was like, oh, interesting, owls can shudder. That's a side note. But when I moved, the people that bought my house, I told them about the owls, and they're both looking at me like, you can imagine. And I was just, I said my piece and I moved on, and such is life. But the other night I was having an ascension experience, and all of a sudden I have not heard many barred owls in the Poconos, and all of a sudden one was calling with a elongated double the hoot that it's hard to explain, but it was just unbelievable. And it was, I know it's a mating call. I know it's not about me, but, or maybe it is. Hey, I don't know. So sixth dimension might be calling and I'm missing something, but, the experience was just unbelievable, because I really could have been cultivating it, and I'm not. And it was just a reminder that that's on me.
Yeah.
You and I make jokes about people, even though we're both really attached to our pets. We make fun of people that are too attached to their pets.
Yeah, these poor pets that are like, it just seems as if like whatever's going on in the person is being downloaded into the pet, and it's creating this very codependent relationship with these pets. I mean, I think the next big thing is going to be pet psychiatrists because they have to unload somehow. What are we doing to them, these poor things?
And I told you, I know one of my dogs is autistic, and I said, do you think animals can be autistic? And you said you think so.
I think I do. I mean, I've witnessed it.
Same here. I live with it.
I've witnessed it.
It's
Yeah.
like the Sheldon of dogs.
He really is. I love that dog.
Oh, you know who I mean. That's even funnier.
I do know who you mean. I love him. We connected. He actually let me touch his head, and you remarked, like, wow, he's letting you actually touch his head and ears.
I said to my former intern that I thought he was autistic, and he said, I thought you thought he was inbred by Amish people. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing it justice. But he said, because he's inbred by Amish people. I said, thanks, Ryan. No, that's not what I meant. But anyway, I hope that translated. I know you got it. And that particular dog I've tried telepathy with because he doesn't listen. He does not listen. He used to when he was low man on the totem pole and mom was around, but now that he's high man on the totem pole, he doesn't give a shit. He does not give a shit.
One of my animals, unfortunately, he's totally fine and healthy. He's been to the vet, so this was pure accident, but he treated himself to a psychedelic experience.
I've had that happen.
And he's a different dog. He for sure. I mean, he knows I'm talking about him. He's looking at me right now.
I'll tell my story about my basset hound ate a roach. Is an experience you can elaborate on or not?
Mine was way different. It wasn't. He ate psychedelic mushrooms.
Oh.
Yeah. And panic, incest, like poison control. The amount he ate wasn't enough to do damage. He's like, you could take him to the vet now, or you can, just wait it out. It's not enough to cause him to die, but, just monitor her. And that's what I did. I monitored him because as someone who enjoys psychedelic experiences, the last thing you want to be is in a hospital having a psychedelic experience. So I bundled him up. We had a short conversation, and the next morning, when he awoke and seemed to be pretty okay, we did the vet thing. And since that time, I mean, his intense stares are way different because now they're actually seeing through my soul. And there's a level of communication between me and this dog that did not exist before. He's on a different level as far as dogs go. It's like he has been shown some shit, and he could now at this point, I mean, he used to really listen really well, but I think he's at the point where it's like, this doesn't matter. I'm not listening to you at all anymore. What you say, there's no recall at this point. He's still a tremendous friend, and a very good companion. Very healthy, despite his indulgences, but it's really interesting in just looking at him now versus then. There is a distinct difference in the way he acts and kind of perceives things.
Yeah, a friend of mine was leaving the house, dropped a roach. My basset hound ate it. How did I know my basset hound was stoned? Well, considering they look stoned normally, he looked horrible. His eyes were, and if I had thought better of it, I would have taken a picture. But I was so worried about the damn dog. I put him on a towel. I put him in the car. I took him to the vet. He tinkled all over himself. The vet was like, that's normal. Meanwhile, I'm trying to tell her it wasn't my joint, because I was guilty. And yeah, I mean, you know, I just hid I hid the M&Ms. Didn't want to add chocolate on top of marijuana to his life. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, these unfortunate things, they happen. Dogs get into stuff. But the look of worry on their face when they're high, it speaks volumes. I mean, I knew it instantly. I didn't know he got into it right away. But then when I saw his face and he was looking at me like, shit's happening.
Yeah.
What's going on? I knew something to investigate. And, you know, it was a night of experience for him. That's for sure. He went somewhere. But again, alive and well, healthy. He's approaching his 10th year on this planet.
I think having a dog who had a psychedelic episode is really, really cool. I think you should try telepathy and get it out of him. I want to know what happened.
Maybe, yeah, that I should. That would be really interesting.
Tell him to come clean, man.
Tell me what you saw.
I think I've told this before, but when I was seeing my guide a while back, he said the psychedelic episode is you are, it's like an elevator opening to the world, and before the door is shut, you try to slip your foot in. I had one psychedelic episode where I can remember, and this was when the ladies were getting ready to leave the earth. I don't know if I told you about that. It was right before my aunt died. And I had probably the biggest psychedelic episode whatsoever. And whatever I saw, and I'm trying to put this in a way that whatever I had experienced, I came away from it knowing that the information I knew and what I had been shown would make me unsafe in the human experience. Whatever had been revealed to me would literally make me unsafe if I shared the information. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I can remember thinking, I'm going to remember this. Nope. So after planning briefly how to live, disclose the information, and how to stay safe, it was gone. It was, you know, speaks to why I mean, you can argue those. I would imagine other intuitives feel this way, like you don't want to add to it. You don't want to add to it.
Yeah.
I've never done mushrooms. I in the right situation, maybe, but considering what people tell me it's like when it comes to smoking a joint with me, I think I'll avoid it.
I don't know. I find psychedelic mushrooms to be completely different than a quote unquote high or psychedelic experience from marijuana. I find it
believe you.
more surrounded in love and compassion and less anxiety. Although there might be moments of that. I mean, I had a small experience with mushrooms first that it wasn't so profound. I don't think I took enough because I was hesitant to really experience. But the first time I did, what was shown to me is, and again, it was situational, probably not the best environment to have this experience first, but it didn't matter because it was like a hug from the universe. It showed me how terrified I was to detach from the human experience, that I was clinging to it. And I learned through that, and it's like the profound voice that was overall was just to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and it was really amazing. I'll never forget it. It is part of my everyday thoughts. and mushrooms are not one of those things where it's like you're doing it all the time, because it's so much. You're given so much in those moments that it takes sometimes years to even process it.
Oh, Jesus. You had me until you said that.
No, but in a good way,
Man.
because it's like it's like the gift that keeps giving. And again, I love gifts that come from the mother, and this is definitely one of them.
Oh,
This is definitely one of them.
I like that twist.
Yeah.
You made me think of something. Deepak Chopra, when he was talking to Mayim, he did a little be in the moment test. He asked her if she was enjoying their conversation. She said yes. And then he asked her again and said, "Don't answer me until I raise my hand." So he posed the question again, "Are you enjoying this conversation?" And he paused, and raised his hand. And it was just a really interesting mental way of being in the moment that I was unfamiliar with. I thought it was cool.
That is cool. It's, yeah. Taking the time to mindfully think about the actual moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not opposed to trying it. I'm just really super concerned about adding anything to my brain because of just where I'm at, working through all this stuff and making an attempt to help other people work through it. The responsibility I feel is heavy.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I don't think it's for everybody, but I mean, I personally enjoy it at times. But again, I have to prepare my mind and body for it. It's not a recreational thing. It is a spiritual experience in entirety. My favorite way to experience it is in the woods, because it's like I am just allowing myself to be taken.
Wow. How long does it last?
It depends on the dosage. I've had it last over 8 hours at times. That's probably pretty normal for if you would say a psychedelic experience where you're getting visuals. But then I've microdosed, where it is very, very small amounts, unnoticeable really. But I have microdosed not often, but numerous times, where to me, it feels like it's fixing my brain. It's like putting the puzzle, like I'm trying to put this puzzle together and I can't find the pieces, and I'm like mismatching and trying to make things fit. And then the microdosing allows it. It's just like, hey, I got this. Let me put your brain puzzle back together. And that's what it feels like.
Like cocaine in the 80s?
Well, I can't comment on that, but
boy, not often, but often enough to know don't do it.
Yeah, that's not my thing, but it's definitely psychedelics. It's something that I enjoy.
All right, well, something else we enjoy.
Not always easy.
Huh?
Not always easy. Not always easy to take what is being shown, but that's the point.
I just put my ear to the microphone to hear you better.
Well, am I not coming across clear?
No, I should probably tell you I have headphones on.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so how far are we? Ooh, we're 25 minutes in, so we can either start with a teaser for the 5th episode, because you're comfortable. We're going to talk about female ejaculation, correct?
I mean, if you want to. I mean, it's our first date, so that's kind of,
I am so grateful to have a friend that will talk about sex with me that isn't male, that I you said it too, how few women can talk about it. Sex, right? Like I'm not having this experience in a vacuum anymore.
It's really,
Or with a vacuum.
really saddens me that I don't have. I mean, there are people in my life that I totally can, and part of that responsibility is on me because maybe I'm just not engaging in it. But I feel like there's a real loss in not being able to connect with women and have this space where we can talk about it, laugh about it, experience each other. Like when I was in my 20s and you're talking about dates and you're talking about these experiences, it's maybe a little bit more present, but as we get older and settled, it's like I don't get to talk about it with my friends anymore. Like I don't know what's going on in their lives. Are they having troubles having sex? Are they enjoying sex? I mean, do they get to have sex? I don't know. I mean, I'm not, so I need to hear it from somebody else right now.
It's and both of us have admitted that our hormones are like 16-year-olds.
Yeah, mine can be if it's an active part of my life, and I can feel that when it's not an active part of my life, it's kind of like the last thing on my mind, which is sad too, because I would like it not to be.
All right, well, let's end it and then let's start it.
Thank you for listening and supporting Natural Born Redhead. If you follow the bouncing balls, please like and subscribe. If you know someone interested in sparing others grief and inciting joy, message me on Facebook or reach out via my website, Natural Born Redhead. J Ma.